Welcome to Cooper High School and Barbara A. Lehman Stadium for the regular season finale in prep football tonight. It's the Benilde-St. Margaret's Red Knights looking for their second win of the season, taking on the Cooper Hawks, who come in at 5-2 and with high hopes for the playoffs. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Joe Basil. Allie Mosley will join us from the sideline tonight as well. And tough schedule this year for Cooper, Joe. A couple of losses, but some really good wins along the way. They are so hungry to get to the state playoffs for the first time under Coach Howard. They still feel like they're very much in line to do that, and they want to take care of business against a Benilde team that's had a little bit of a tough year.
And you know what, Jay? I think that's a really great formula to get the state and maybe even win state. A lot of times, you know, if you have a little weaker schedule, your record might be 6-2 or 7-0 or 8-0 or whatever. But I think Cooper's got the right formula to get the state with the tough schedule that they had.
And for Benilde, the new staff coming in this year, Sean McMenemy is no stranger to Minnesota high school coaching. He had a good run at De La Salle, and before that at Minneapolis Southwest, and then was out of state for a couple of years, and he comes in and takes this Benilde job. It shows to me, though, that they're not quitting because they won a game in week number 7. They had an overtime game in game number 6. It's taking a while to get it going, but at the same time, you can see that they're kind of on an upward trajectory for them right now.
Absolutely. And in our pregame, talking to him pregame, you can tell, you can just feel the excitement, new regime. Just everything pointing in an upward fashion. And again, tough schedule for them too. So, you know, that could bode well going into playoffs for them.
Benilde's in Class 4A, and a lot of their opponents this year have been 5A teams. So they feel like they have a definitely, even with the record they have, that they have a shot to at least maybe match up with Holy Angels in their section final. And Cooper, meanwhile, along with Armstrong, probably the teams to beat in their section. Let's talk about key players to look at in tonight's game. First of all, the visitors from Benilde, and despite playing with a club on his hand or a cast on his hand, Ryan Seaver's doing a pretty good job as a linebacker for them.
Yeah, we looked at, he's one of their captains. We kind of had the ability to check him out. Definitely looks like a football player, and I'm sure he'll bring it all tonight. He'll deliver tonight.
And for Cooper, they've got such a balanced offense. They've got a great quarterback, but also a great running back. And sometimes in the playoffs, I think you really need to be able to run the ball, and there aren't too many better than Camden Royal around the state.
When we did the previous game against Armstrong, Jay, you and I, the thing that I was so impressed with Camden, run inside, run outside, but also catch the ball out of the backfield. Just a wonderful weapon for Cooper.
A little bit of an interesting side note, Jamarius Courtney, the junior quarterback for Benilde, used to be at Cooper. So it's a little rivalry within the rivalry here tonight as we get set for the regular season finale. Playoffs dead ahead for both teams. It's Benilde and Cooper football coming up here on CCX.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
And welcome back here to Cooper. It's a pretty nice night for football as of right now anyway. We've had some rain throughout the day, but overall things holding out pretty good for week number 8. Let's go down to field level now where Allie Mosley joins us.
Hey guys, record-wise, it's been a tough season for Benilde, coming into the last regular season game with a record of 1-6. But sometimes that's to be expected when you bring in a new coach with an entirely new offense. Coach McMenemy brings to the team a college-style offense that he says has taken a while to learn and execute, but that, you know, there's still a lot of work to do, but these guys are finally buying in and starting to really gain some confidence with that offense. Tonight, we're going to be watching a spread RPO offense in which the run will be the highlight. McMenemy told me their run game is on a roll, averaging 300 to 400 yards per game as of late. He said tonight they're going to run that clock They must control the line of scrimmage and play good ball control offense, which he says, as of recently, they've been doing really well at, guys.
Thanks very much, Allie. As the teams get set, it looks like it'll be Cooper receiving the opening kick here this evening. As you look at Keith Piero and David Connors drifting back deep. Elliot Huther will kick off. There's a look at the conditions right now. Cloudy, temperature at 53 and not much wind. We're expecting there's a possibility that we'll see some rain as the evening goes on, but definitely not as bad as what it maybe sounded like it was going to be based on the forecast from a day or two ago. So I think the guys can live with where we're at right now.
Well, based on our Armstrong experience, I would not kick the ball to David Connors.
Remember that first kick of the game, and they do go short with it. And it's bobbled, and then it was Connors coming up behind, and he ends up covering that ball at about the 33, 34-yard line.
Showed some really good hands there, kind of caromed off of number 2, and then there was David. There was David to take care of it and secure the ball.
So there's a look at Joe Russell, what he's done this season for the Hawks, third-year starter at quarterback. Going to turn and give the handoff to Camden Royal, and he is stopped early by Seaver. We mentioned that Benilde's quarterback, Jamarius Courtney, had been at Cooper earlier. Well, Camden Royal was at Benilde earlier in his career.
All right.
Been at Cooper for a couple of years now. So a couple yard gain for Camden.
I think we're going to be saying those two names quite a bit tonight, Jay. Camden Royal and Seaver.
Yeah, Seaver made a nice stop, especially considering he's kind of playing almost one-handed there. There was a bit of a hole. Fake, and then a throw out, and it's complete. Dante Williams getting a block down the sideline, and a nice gainer into Benilde territory there for the Hawks as they'll pick up the first down of the game.
Just a beautiful ball here by Russell. And to the receiver, didn't even have to break stride. Beautiful on the hot screen by Cooper's quarterback.
26-yard pickup there for Dante Williams, 6'1", 190-pound senior.
Cooper on the move here, early.
Russell looking, throws complete to Keith Piero in the seam, and that'll be down just inside the 25, and another first down for the Hawks. He did a good job of waiting for his receiver to clear and to not throw that one into traffic.
Yes, he did. Yeah, just kind of a quick slant to Piero, and one thing about having done the Cooper game, they got plenty of weapons here at Cooper, don't they, Jay?
Oh, for sure. At the 25 now, first down and 10 for Russell and crew. Fake it to Royal, now thrown out. Here's Williams. This time met pretty early on there as Kyle Stevens did a nice job coming up and wrapping up. And it'll hold him to a couple yard gain as you look at the lineups here. Defense on the left for the Red Knights and Cooper's offense, which has been clicking pretty well here so far.
Almost looks early, Jay, that they're trying to kind of soften him up with the pass game a little bit and then go to the run with Camden Royal.
So second down and 8. Royal takes the handoff here and keeps on driving. He'll be, it looks like a little short of the first down, although it was a nice gainer there.
Yeah. As we talked about pregame, such a hard runner, outside between the tackles. Good receiver out of the backfield. I mean, he's definitely the whole package, Camden Royal.
He escaped Seaver that time. Kept the legs driving. So it's going to be third and about 2 here for Cooper down to the 17-yard line of Benilde. Little option left, and Royal is dropped. Nice job of holding that edge there by Luke Ferdine for the Red Knights, and they'll get him for a little bit of a loss here, I think. Another look, as you see right there, Fondren up high, Ferdine down low.
Yeah, not much there at all. And Red Knights defending that very, very well.
Fondren is a big man at defensive end. So 4th down and 3, what looked like it was a smooth sailing kind of drive for Cooper. Now they face a big 4th down. Russell rolling to the right, looking. He's going to tuck it and go. And Russell will be brought down at about the 10. And that'll easily give him enough for the 1st down. Joe had been banged up a little bit. When we did that earlier game with Armstrong, they were saying that he hasn't really been running as much, partly because he hadn't needed to and partly because he was kind of looking to keep himself from getting further injured. But that time he did the right thing, tucked it and went, and it's 1st down goal to go now for the Hawks.
Yeah, and when you bootleg that, that to Camden Royal, the defense has to honor that, and that kind of opens it up for Russell. And he's dangerous when he gets to the edge, Joe Russell.
Hand off here to Royal, and he's going to pop it through for a touchdown. And Cooper with a 68-yard drive to begin the contest, capped by a Camden Royal touchdown run. And the Hawks looking sharp and efficient on their first drive.
They really were. He broke kind of an arm tackle at the line of scrimmage, and there he goes. Really strong back. Boy, and you said it too, Jay. That was very efficient. There might have been 1 or 2 plays there where they got 0 or 1 or 2 yards. That's about it. Everything else was real positive.
False start here on Cooper, so they'll have to try the extra point from back 5 here as Leo Garcia coming on to attempt this extra point. And Garcia's kick is up, and it is through. So with 8:23 to go here in the first quarter, first possession of the night is Cooper's, and they march it down the field and score. As you get a look at Royal stepping through that tackle, some good downfield blocking as well, and in he goes for the touchdown. And Cooper, I mean, it's the last regular season game. You know that they'd like to work on some things to get ready for the playoffs. So one thing that I think might be different than in some years is that they're pretty much guaranteed to have a first-round bye. This section is so small that they're not going to have a game Tuesday. So that, I would guess that might impact a little bit how you coach this last game.
Yeah, it certainly could. And also, there is that school of thought, like, do we, well, I guess we'll see as the game evolves here a little bit, but you could use this game, trying out a few things, but at the same time, do you really want to show?
Right.
Do you want to show a lot going into the playoffs as well? So, Cooper's the kind of team with all their weapons, they can pretty much beat you straight up. They don't have to rely necessarily on trick plays.
Garcia's kick drifting toward the sideline, and Brady Wine watches it go out of bounds. So that kick out of bounds will give the Red Knights some pretty good field position here.
Yeah, he'll take that. And we'll see Coach McMenemy, his offensive philosophy for tonight will be tested early here if they can, obviously, with the potency of Cooper's attack, keep the ball away from Russell and company.
Oh, they're going to make him kick it again, it looks like here. Huh, interesting.
All right.
Don't see that very often.
No, you don't. Well, we'll see shortly if it was a good decision or not, Jay.
They're obviously confident that they can do better than what they would have been.
Exactly.
Or the hope is anyway.
No pressure on the kicker, of course.
It seems like more and more that teams are really asking their kicker to really kick the ball directionally or to a certain spot, not just run up and boot it as far as you can like you maybe used to see.
Right, exactly.
Taken on the 15 here by Wine. He cuts it back across field to the left and has some room to run. He'll be shoved down at about the 47, so it looks like a good decision now. They got to gain about 12 yards more than they would have had.
Watch the blocks here early on here too, Jay. These first 2 or 3 blocks, these guys just kind of walled the Cooper fellows off and winds off to the races. Yeah, it was a good call.
Yeah, sometimes you wonder about that when you know the ball's kicked to that side and you've got a return left called. You're like, is this really going to work to go that far? But if you block it right, it sure can.
Yeah, they did a nice job.
So Jamarius Courtney, the junior, leading the offense here for Benilde, as we mentioned, had been in the Cooper program in his younger years. In there in the backfield with him is Max Harrow. And as Allie mentioned, despite them being a spread team that likes to throw the ball around, Coach McMenemy made no secret that their running game is going to be a key tonight too. Here's Courtney running it, and he is brought down on first down after tough sledding there. Tony Colley getting to him right away.
This was supposed to be a trap, Jay. He comes along to block 11, but then the backside didn't get blocked, and that's why we got pretty much a 0 gain or even a little bit of a loss here.
Freshman Colley making that tackle. They've got both teams talked about having some really good young players too, and Coach McMenemy was saying that he elected to keep some of the younger guys at those younger levels this year rather than pull them up to varsity and throw them into the fire right away. So it's got to be a patient process for us. We know that that things will come, and we want to get those guys some good playing time against guys their own age and all that kind of thing too. Courtney throwing right into, oh my goodness, 2 receivers were right exactly in the same spot. Max Hobbs and Max Benning. Obviously there must have been a mix-up there as they run into each other there, and then Andre Reese was there as well. That one could have been disaster, and you see those two discussing it right now. Obviously that play design was not to be that.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's part of the air raid offense there,
no.
Jay. But one thing about Coach McMenemy, though, pre-game, he told us he would try some different looks, and so far he has. He's gone 3 wide. Now it looks like empty, and then now he's gone empty 2x2 before. So those are the 2 best receivers for Benilde, but not necessarily in the same spot.
Completion here, but a swarming defense getting to Max Benning, as they will pick up about 3 or 4, and obviously not anywhere near enough for the first down, but a safe play to try and get them a little bit of room. And then now it looks like punting situation. Connors will be drifting back deep to receive.
And sometimes you just it's not always, as we know, just the first series of downs or whatever, and sputtered a little bit there, but now hoping to flip the field and keep Cooper backed up a little bit.
Elliot Huther on to punt. As I said, Connors single safety back deep.
See if Cooper comes after this at all, Jay. Not really.
Trying to drive it away from Connors. He thinks about it, and he will grab it on about the 14. Makes the first man miss, but then a nice tackle. We do have a flag down on the play as well. Staying low to take him out was Will Peschel. And you can see this flag coming in where you're probably going to see either a hold or a legal block.
Right. The ubiquitous block in the back, Jay. Well, you can really see where Connors, he's such a dangerous return guy, isn't he? I mean, usually makes that first guy miss, and, boy, you just kind of hold your breath when he gets the football. And you were talking about the younger fellows in Benilde's program. Coach McMenemy said they're actually undefeated this year. So he's
They're getting this sorted out, but I can't imagine what's taking so long.
No, I don't.
Don't you come together and say, what do you got, and then you make the call?
There it is.
It is a legal block in the back.
Yeah.
You're right. Another look. Connors just made it look so easy to get that first guy, and then block in the back.
Right on.
Right there.
Yeah,
There it
it
was.
is.
Really, Dante Williams, I think, was the guilty party there, and not one that was too necessary. Yeah, right there. And it actually ended up being on the guy who made the tackle.
Pushed him into the tackle. Sometimes this is not a bad spot to go up top, Jay.
From the 8, they're going to give it to Royal instead. And he is wrapped up. Hanging on tight there was Seaver. And Royal will pick up, looks like a yard or so. There's a look at Sean McMenemy, first season at Benilde, and interesting, got a chance to talk to him in August, and his father actually graduated from Benilde. Before it was Benilde-St. Margaret's combined. It was just Benilde High School. And he said, I grew up hearing about this school. We played against them when I was with De La Salle and all that, but then getting the opportunity as John Hanks stepped down as the Red Knights coach. So 2nd down and 9 here.
Got Connors over here by himself.
Russell going to throw it up deep toward Connors, but good safety help there as well, and pretty good coverage initially too by Stevens, and not a lot of room to try and sneak that one in, although it keeps the defense honest a little bit. You have to be aware of that, even though it ends up as a long incompletion. There's a look at Willie Howard. Done so many good things with the Hawks program, and he and his staff are well aware, though, that the one thing they haven't been able to do is take that final step into the state playoffs, and they really feel like this is a year where that could happen.
It just kind of shows you how tough it is to get there and then also to win it. I mean, this is a real challenge, very difficult. So now we kind of have a 2-by-2 situation with Royal in the backfield with Russell.
The 3rd and long now. Russell steps up, staying out, and Fondren drills him as he throws it up downfield, and just incomplete. Coming back for it was Pirro, but couldn't quite haul it in. There is a flag down. This might be roughing the passer.
I got to tell you, my eyes, after he threw the ball, my eyes went downfield, Jay, so I'm not sure.
Well, we'll see. It came right over right where he threw this ball.
And
I had the binoculars on, and I got to be honest, at first glance, I thought there's no way this is roughing the passer.
Yeah. I know there was some guy getting close to him, but, yeah, it looks like it's going to go against Benilde.
Yeah, let's see what we've got for a call here. It is roughing the passer against Fondren.
Okay.
So it'll be a 15-yarder against Benilde.
I'm not sure about that one, huh?
Well, I don't know if to me it looked like he was right there and gave him just a solid shot. But from the 25, handoff going to Royal. Royal still on his feet and drags the tackler out to the 40-yard line. 15-yard pickup for Camden Royal right there.
A little unfortunate there for Benilde because you get him kind of boxed up and backed up, and then I give him an extra opportunity, right? And they know what to do with it. They don't need that many extra touches.
So 1st down at the 40, that penalty helping Cooper out, and then a great hole opening up and Royal powering through it. Little toss out. Big Jackson Howard, the receiver this time, the tight end, and he is going to pick up about 9 on that play.
What a nice target, huh, Jay? If I'm not mistaken, when we did the Armstrong game, I'm not sure they threw to him one time. I'm not sure about that, but right before that play, I saw him in the slot, and I'm thinking, yeah, they're going to go to him tonight a little bit, I think. What a target.
Yeah, he's had a great year defensively, probably even more so. And it's not typically a real tight end heavy offense, but they certainly have a weapon capable. And then I'll tell you what, for as big as he has great hands too. Handoff going to Royal, and he'll have the 1st down with ease. Brady Wine on the stop. but not until he picked up about 5 on that one. So Cooper moving the ball after getting a little help via the penalty, and now into Benilde territory again.
Right. They're just grinding, and they're so well balanced. They're so balanced. Run, throw, Russell able to escape, and move the Hawks downfield.
Hand off to Matthews this time, who's come in the backfield. Terrence Matthews, a senior running back, and that is another nice gainer of 7, maybe 8 on the play. So even when Royal's getting a break, they've got a capable back in there as Matthews picks up 7.
Yeah, offensive line just really making some nice holes, no matter who, as you said, no matter who the running back is.
Fakes the handoff, now firing out in the flat. Cager with the catch, but pretty well defended there as Fratelloni gets to him, and that was going to leave him about a yard short of the first down, I believe.
That's about as good as you can defend that play. Russell just so good about putting the ball in a great spot for the receivers. And, Fratelloni hanging on until the cavalry comes.
So it will be 3rd down and about a yard as Howard coming back in offensively here for the Hawks. Obviously, even if you don't throw to him, he's like an extra offensive tackle on the end of that line, too. I mean, he can move some people, let's put it that way.
And they're lining him up at your traditional tight end position this time, too.
Here's Royal back in there, breaks a tackle. Royal getting a block downfield. Now makes a little cutback. And he'll be brought down at about the 2-yard line. There is a flag, though, on the play.
And again, once he gets by that kind of first blush or first rush, just so dangerous, so quick.
Oh, they're going to bring this one back. It's against Cooper. It's an illegal formation, I believe was the call.
Yeah, Willie definitely looking for an explanation.
So wipe out that big gain. We didn't have early movement, so I believe this is a formation penalty.
I think that's what Willie's trying to explain to him. I'm trying to do some lip reading here, Jay, but
yeah, I don't think they have 7 on the line. I think all 3 of those receivers might be off there, and I think that's why.
Well, these 2 for sure. And then,
I don't think any of those guys are on the line of scrimmage, so that would be the reason for the penalty, the call there. So make it 3rd down and 6 now. A little over a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Cooper, our score. Russell rolling right now, throws, and off the hands of Williams. The defensive back jumped in front of him. I don't think he necessarily got a piece of the ball, but he certainly bothered Dante's vision there.
Yeah, I think that was Luke Ferdine right there, Jay. And yeah, he did a really nice job of just screening the receiver. Receivers run those type of drills all the time, but that's all Ferdine had, and it was effective on that play.
Williams is the punter for Cooper. So a promising drive. It looked like they were going to have 1st down and goal, but the penalty wipes that out. Williams now will try to pin the Red Knights deep. And this one takes a nice bounce out to the outside, and it'll be down at about the 6-yard line. So Benilde, I don't know if you want to say mistake, but unable to field that and take a fair catch. It would have saved him maybe 5 yards or so.
A few yards.
Yeah,
a few yards. I think it had great hang time, first of all, and I think it was kind of one of those reverse kind of spins on the ball, so a little bit tough. One of my pet peeves, of course, is when you have punt return guys that don't return punts.
Exactly. And it was just kind of in that in-between distance where when he came up toward it, there were bodies in the way a little bit too to try and get to that. So
right.
Sometimes you feel like better safe than sorry. So Benilde pinned back deep though on their 6. Got to be careful with the ball here as Courtney going to throw out of his end zone here, and it's high and almost intercepted there by Williams. And that's one of the things Coach McMenemy talked about that we can't afford to do is Cooper really feasts on turnovers.
Really should have been intercepted, I think. It was probably in a better position for the Cooper guy than it was his own receiver on that.
Yeah, Khalif Brown, the receiver, as rain coming down now as we see. Brown, I think, got his hand in there and made that. I mean, maybe almost kind of played it like a defensive back and knocked that out. And then keep it on the ground here. And a minimal pickup. I'm going to leave them with the 3rd down and long. There you get a look at the lineups here. You can see that the rain is falling.
Yeah, there wasn't much there to kind of wedge out on that play, was there? I mean, it just not much going on.
So here's a 3rd and 8 now for Benilde. Courtney's throw is picked off by Connors, and he will walk in for the touchdown, overthrowing a short pass over the middle. And Connors will take it in.
I actually thought the ball was going to go into the turf, Jay. I
did too.
Yeah, but Connors has a way of making those plays, though. I mean, he's a big-time playmaker, and the ball just kind of floated enough for him, and he picks it off his shoe tops. And see if we have that play. I'm not sure if we do, but yeah. He never fails to make some big-time plays, right? And we were just talking not too long ago about how many picks he's had this year, I believe. So
Garcia on to attempt the extra point. And his kick is good. So with 22 seconds left in the first quarter, the lead now becomes 14-0 in favor of the Hawks. As a costly turnover and deep in their own territory for Benilde. And we'll get another look at Connors coming up with this catch. And I agree, I thought this one was going to be too low, but he does a nice job pulling it off his shoe tops there.
Really did. Yeah, really did. Yeah.
Just grabbing the back end of the ball, and it'll be about a 16-yard return for Connors, and we said he's been able to do that a few times this year. 5th interception, 2nd return for a touchdown. So
it's a pretty good batting average.
He's a good kick returner, he's a good receiver, and he's a pretty good defensive back as well.
You know, and I think Jamarius was going for Benning on that. I'm not sure if maybe just a touch behind him or whatever, and
yeah, a little high, I think.
Yeah, just kind of floated on him there. And Connors took it from there.
Yeah, I'm with you, though. I mentally, I was starting to think of that as an incompletion, and then he just reached down and got the back end of the ball. Oh, and a nice return here for the Red Knights. Ferdine all the way into Cooper territory.
It's kind of been their best offensive play, I think, tonight so far, Jay. They've had 2 excellent returns.
Yeah, they'll be at the Cooper 31-yard line here.
Yeah. Benilde's got to feel good about not getting out of the shadow of their end zone here a little bit. And hopefully they can at least move the chains and maybe get on the board this time. We got 83 and 23. His favorite receivers out to the near side here, Jay.
Hand it off, and Ferdine slammed down after about I'm sorry, not Ferdine, but Harrow slammed down after about a 2-yard pickup.
Okay. I think against this Cooper defense, I think the best the best formula is once you're going north-south, stay north-south.
That's going to do it for the first quarter here, as our score after one is Cooper 14 and Benilde nothing. Quarter two coming up.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
And welcome back here as we begin quarter number 2. The teams change ends. 2nd down and 7 for the Red Knights, who trail at 14-0 here at Cooper. Courtney is going to throw it out, completing it to Brown, and he is wrapped up and dropped. Nice tackle by Nehemiah Ponder.
Yeah, and I think you got to try. You got, as Coach McMenemy said pregame, you got to kind of feel Cooper's defense out a little bit and try a few things, but Cooper's team speed going to be tough to run those hot screens against.
Short loss on the play, so 3rd down and 8 now for BSM. Trying to take advantage of that good kickoff return. Rolling right, Courtney throwing, and it's complete to Benning. He'll be short of the 1st down, but they did get a nice gainer out of it.
Sure did. And the first time
or
they
Hobbs, I'm sorry, Hobbs on the reception.
Right. First time they rolled him out too, Jay, and nice effective, nice little run after the catch there. Got close to the sticks.
Brought down at the 23-yard line.
Obviously, you go for it.
Be 4th down and 2 now for Benilde. Might try and draw him off here.
Yeah, maybe. He started to count there. Okay.
Courtney rolling left. He's in trouble, and he is dropped. Getting there early again for the Hawks was Ponder, and that one had no chance.
No, it really didn't right from the start. Tough, too, for a right-handed quarterback. Not that you can't do it, but a little bit tougher to get your shoulders square. And,
was that a face mask?
It sure looked like one near the end. I think that one got missed, Jay.
Yeah, I kind of think so. I didn't really notice it the first time either, but it kind of looked like. Let's see if he's got mask or is it jersey there. Yeah, he definitely had the face mask. So Cooper.
Jamarius had the call, that's for sure.
Yeah, Cooper dodging one there. And they'll get the football at the 32-yard line as Russell and company come back out. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Benilde.
Yeah, their defense definitely looked a little bit disheveled there, Jay. And guys kind of coming in, coming out. Couldn't really get lined up on D. Really only had a 3-man front. And so probably a good timeout for Coach McMenemy's folks.
Yeah, any play could be a big play if you're not ready for it, right?
Oh, yeah, especially against these guys.
Yes, and he talked about that, how Cooper's got guys, kind of all over the field that can be game breakers. Obviously, Royal and Connors and Williams at the top of that list, but some others that have, Keith Bureau, that game we saw with Armstrong, he had some big receptions as well.
He sure did.
Obviously, Jackson Howard can do it if you get him the ball.
Yep. And, they've got guys all along, and even some of their backup guys are really pretty good at Cooper.
Here we go with Russell handing it off. It's Matthews breaking free, or Royal, excuse me. Royal will get a block from Connors, and that'll spring him for the touchdown. 68-yard run for Camden Royal for the touchdown, and he got that one big downfield block as well from Connors.
And now we know Connors can stalk block downfield in addition to all the other skills that he has, Jay. This guy is, it's a cliche, but he is the complete package. There's just no doubt about it. We're going to have fun watching that in film tomorrow. And some cuts inside at the beginning of that play by Royal. Of course, we highlighted him pregame. Some beautiful cuts.
Yeah, and this offensive line has come together pretty well, too. I mean, like you said, they're making holes, whether it's Royal or Matthews in there. And here's Garcia, that time kind of a low liner, but it will be good enough to get through for the extra point. So 10:56 to go in the second, and now 21-0 Cooper blowing this one open.
Yeah.
You see Royal got a good block there, and then there's one. He waits for Connors to get in position, and he sends Brady Wine sprawling.
Yeah. And Brady Wine's a pretty good football player. I mean, yeah. He did show great patience right there at the end, but, you know, he kind of knew, okay, you know.
Yeah, because he could see that if he kept going toward the sideline, Wine was probably going to be able to push him out there.
Right. And use the sideline as the extra defender, too. But, yeah, so smart. Yeah. He and Connors, heck of a team. Well, this is a real dangerous, obviously a dangerous part of the game for Benilde. They got to at least make a couple of first downs here. Get a little bit of momentum going. Be tough. But this has been their best play, Jay, so we'll see if they can sustain it.
See what Cooper does with this kickoff, too.
Yeah, exactly.
They had one go out of bounds earlier when they were trying to kind of place it in a certain spot.
Right. See if he pooches it or ground ball or whatever we got here.
He's going to skip it along the ground. That's a tough one to handle. Ferdine does pick it up. And he will be out over the 30 to about the 33.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad considering. The ball got there in a hurry.
Boy, that was like a hot smash for a third baseman or something. Really that ball, he did well to field that one as well as he did.
He did. He did.
See, the rain has definitely picked up some here.
Boy, the turf just makes such a difference on a night like this, though, huh, Jay? I mean, back in the day, this kind of a game could be a quagmire. You get kind of a 2-by-2 situation for Benilde. See what they do.
Been a rough start for them offensively here, and that interception return for a touchdown obviously did not help matters. Ferdine taking the handoff here. And he'll be stopped right near the line of scrimmage there.
I'm watching Coach McMenemy over there. I'm not sure what he was frustrated about. If it was the blocking or they didn't run the right play, or I'm not sure.
They've had trouble sustaining blocks. I mean, we're seeing most of the time when it's been a handoff or a throw that Cooper is getting free from blocks in pretty quick fashion.
It wouldn't be a bad time to do what we call freeze the defense and see if you can get an easy 5. Wouldn't be a bad time to do that.
Courtney stepping up, and he'll be brought down. He does get a short gain, so not a sack this time, but Carter Zerbe's wrapping him up around the waist after he picks up about 3.
And I think if he steps up just a hair sooner, Jay, I think he might be. I'm not sure he would have got a first down, but I think he might have got a few more yards on that.
Courtney has been their leading rusher this year, so not unusual to see him run. He's a pretty good-sized quarterback, although I'm going to have to take a little shot here. We don't know what his height and weight are. They don't put that on the roster at Benilde or the position. So that pass is complete, and that'll be good enough for a first down. Connors. Oh, there's going to be a flag down.
Yeah.
Zane Slater on that reception, and he was body slammed to the turf there.
Yeah, and he's not in a good way. That was Connors on the tackle, wasn't it, Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one got quite the rise out of the crowd.
Personal foul.
Yeah,
I guess on the tackle. No,
yeah. You just don't like the way he landed on the back of his neck.
I guess I have two questions. Why would this be a dead ball foul when it's in the? Oh, okay, lifted him up, but I suppose they'd whistled it dead at that point. Either way, obviously it's going to be a 15-yarder there.
Yeah.
Oof, ouch.
Yeah.
Benilde will be first and 10 from the 39-yard line.
It's the second time he's rolled away from his right side, and didn't have much on it, but he had enough on it to get the first down. And I think Cooper has the luxury of going man here, Jay, so they can kind of load the box, which gives Benilde, a hard time running the football too, and you have 7 in the box.
Courtney throwing it up into traffic, and that one is intercepted. Just kind of put it up for grabs. Dante Williams with the pick, and stayed on his feet. He was almost out of bounds, but now he'll be stopped right at midfield, and a little pushing at the end there. Looks like we'll get it separated though. So Williams with the pick.
And you had mentioned it a little bit before, Jay, throwing off the back foot, and I think Courtney has enough arm strength. If he gets that thing going downhill a little bit, he had a guy deep, and I'm pretty sure he can get the ball there. But throwing off your back foot like that makes it tough.
So Williams can do it as a receiver like Connors, and also in the defensive backfield, his 3rd pick of the year.
Yeah. Growing pains, huh? Coach McMenemy, growing pains.
Russell faking out into the flat. Now he's going to take off and run, breaks a tackle. Ooh, and then Wine with a nice form tackle on him there after a pickup of 8. Russell showing his quick feet there too, and like I talked about earlier in the year, he wasn't doing this too much.
Right.
But I think he must be a little healthier feeling right now. That was a good hard tackle though.
It was a really good football play by Wine. But and this just adds a whole other dimension to Cooper's offense too, Jay. And you've got to account for Joe Russell. He's a nifty little ball carrier.
Royal breaks a tackle, and then Fondren brings him down from behind, but has plenty for the first down and more there, down to about the 33. Already over 100 yards is Royal. Obviously the 68-yarder mixed in helps out a bit.
Okay. They bring Jackson Howard into the game. And they're kind of lining him up on the wing here. A lot of times they'll use him as a blocker when they do that. Yeah, where he comes across.
Matthews, the ball carrier here, stacked up at the 30, so about a 3-yard pickup or so.
Yeah, they used Jackson Howard that time. That's called the wham play that comes across like that. And he didn't have too much trouble, but Benilde did a nice job of defending it. one of their better defenses from the line of scrimmage tonight. Yeah, here he comes across. Yeah.
So 2nd down and 7 now for the Hawks. 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Cooper leading at 21-zip. Russell looking, and that one is incomplete. Behind his intended target there, Piero.
Yeah, he threw a dart there, and it was almost like Piero almost got by him before he. I think the ball was in flight as he was turning around.
Yeah, a little high and behind. Keep in mind the ball's wet now too, and I'm not saying that one slipped or anything, but for both teams, you got to kind of be a little extra sure of things because you know the ball is going to be wet and your hands are going to be a little wet too.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised they're not having one of the linesmen or whatever kind of keep a towel on it or whatever before the snap, but.
3rd and 7. Russell fakes the handoff. He'll take it himself. Broke a tackle, and he'll be close to the first down here. Looks like he's just short.
Yeah. I thought at first he might have it, Jay, but I think they're going to mark him a little bit short.
So give him 6 when he needed 7. It'll be 4th and a yard.
They are running Russell a little bit more than what we saw in the Armstrong game, I think. Again, now that that'll down the road playoff-wise, that'll give defenses some fits.
So 4th and 1 here for Cooper as they try and keep this drive going and score again. They're up by 3 touchdowns. Royal will pick it up easily, and that's a nice luxury. I mean, obviously you got to go back with Royal, but when your line is able to move that line of scrimmage a couple yards forward, they didn't need to do anything fancy there. They just calmly blasted forward for that first down.
Yeah, just big on big blocking and give it to number 6 and move the chains. Yeah, what a luxury.
And they don't have an especially big line in terms of the 6'4", 260 kind of guys. No. They got some fire plug strong guys that can move their feet a little bit, and not that they're super small as a high school team, and they've got a couple of pretty big guys, but just overall they're not.
They're not
enormous.
No, they're not behemoths or beasts or anything.
Although I was looking down on Davion Hankerson, 6'7", 300. I guess that's not too bad size. Russell fakes, now firing to Connors. Oh, what a great move. Connors will walk in for the touchdown. What a phenomenal move he made on the D-back as he caught that one.
Yeah, kind of putting on a little bit of a clinic now, Jay. And, almost a little bit of a basketball move in a way, right? And then, of course, kind of his trademark break the tackle and on into pay dirt. Yeah, he's quite a player. Cooper's going to, they're going to be a tough out. They're going to be a very tough out in the playoffs. No doubt about it.
Garcia on to attempt the extra point. Oops, got away from Russell there, and this one will be no good as a big-time collision there. So we will stay at 27-0 here. 5:14 to play in the second. Another look. Gosh, this move was sweet as he grabs it right there. Oh, left him standing, but then, as you said, continued on and breaking tackles there too.
Yeah. And again, the ability to Russell to get the ball out there so quick and get it in the hands of his best guy, and the rest is history. Yeah. They're having some fun now, Jay.
And I think if you're Cooper, I mean, you would never say this coming into a game, but knowing, what Benilde's record was and everything, I think if you're Cooper, you'd like to say, let's play 3 good, hard quarters and then get our guys some rest and be ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you and we'll see it as it evolves here, because you wouldn't want to leave number 7 or number 4, some of those Camden Royal out there too awfully long.
Another nice job fielding that one on the bounce for Wine. He breaks through the first wave and then brought down as he crossed the 35-yard line there. Nice stop by Ja'Cory Height.
I don't know if Brady Wine's a baseball player, but he sure fields the football like he is.
Yeah, that was another nice pickup of what seemed to be a fairly difficult one to handle there.
Yeah. Yeah, and given the elements tonight and everything, yeah.
So first down at the 35 here.
Yeah, Cooper's just stepping up and playing zero coverage, one-on-one and crowding the box.
Oof. Yeah. Hard hit, knocking Max Harrow off his feet there.
Yeah, boy, he just got bombed.
Picked up a yard on the play. Right there as he's grabbed from the side and then wrapped up top as well. So the efforts to get the run game going haven't worked, and then they've also had trouble passing, obviously a couple of costly interceptions.
Was that Gonley on the tackle there at that time, Jay? Josh Gonley, or linebacker, I think.
Back to Harrow it goes. Slips a tackle here, and it looks like he'll have enough for the first down. He did a nice job. He didn't let that previous tough go dissuade him from keeping the legs churning there, and he did a nice job picking up that first down.
No, he did. He rebounded nicely, and
great pancake block out front there, and Williams slipped as he tried to come up and make the tackle, and Tony Colley got him.
And Coach McMenemy talked about Porsche being his best D and O line, and Porsche, great block that time for his running back.
On the 46 now, Courtney under some pressure, throwing it up deep down the sideline and incomplete. Benilde wanting a flag. I don't see one though.
No, I don't see one either.
Or is there? Yeah, it looks like there is. Going to be pass interference.
Okay.
Pass interference called against the Hawks. And sometimes when you're in such great position, it seemed like an unnecessary one, but he really cut the receiver off and, made him. You're entitled to your position defensively, but he was really kind of running him out of bounds, or trying to, it looked like there.
Right.
So Courtney firing, and that's complete to Hobbs. He'll pick up about 5 or 6. 5-yard gain.
Yeah, and I think I'm just sitting here thinking, you know what, when we talked to Coach McMenemy before the game, take what they're going to give you, and if they're playing off and giving you 5 or 6 yards, take it. Little play action here, which was set up, by a nice run by Hero before. So, Benilde's getting a little rhythm going here.
Yeah, this was important for them. I mean, obviously points would be ideal, but even just to not give Cooper the ball right back immediately. Now Courtney in trouble, and look out, Ponder, another sack for the Hawks. He can really run, and chased him down. He is having a good year, and he's having a good night.
He got there quick, didn't he, Jay? I mean,
he did.
Came around the edge here, and Demarius did a nice job, though. At least that ball was waving out there a little bit, and then he went high and tight with it, protected the ball. That was a good move by the Benilde quarterback.
I like the way Ponder too just went to tackle him. Sometimes you get so excited that I'm gonna, make this spectacular hit, or I'm gonna get a strip, and that's good. I mean, you want to go for the ball if it's available, but just coming in and making a sure tackle is a good thing too.
All right.
And tried to slip the little screen out to Brown, but the spacing wasn't there, and that'll fall incomplete. It'll be 4th and long.
Right. Not a bad call, not a bad time for it, but maybe the ball was a little bit behind him that time too, Jay. I'm not sure.
In this spot on the field, they're definitely going to go for it here, and considering the score as well. 4th and 11 now.
Yep.
Courtney Whitney throwing, and that will fall incomplete, so they will turn it over on downs. And a little bit of a drive going for the Red Knights, but then they're not able to convert. Cooper will get the football back with 2:09 to play in this first half. They have dominated tonight, leading it by a score of 27-0.
Plenty of time for Cooper. As you said earlier, they really only need one play. And I think they've got all 3 of their timeouts in 2 minutes. So good time for them to work their 2-minute drill a little bit.
Yeah, I think you'd like to be able to do this in a game situation. I mean, sure, in practice you can simulate it somewhat, but it isn't quite the same thing. And off to Royal. There's a gap up the middle. Royal spinning around, and then Fondren will toss him down, but he'll pick up out 13 into Benilde territory.
Yeah, they're going fast, especially when you get that first down, you get a little momentum going. Great time to go fast.
Great spin move, although it ended up spinning him into Fondren, who makes the stop. Russell throwing, and a nice catch. Ball was a little behind Dante Williams, and he had to slide to the turf.
Just made
but
a great,
he's able to make the grab. Yeah.
Great adjustment there, Jay. And that's a big time throw, a big time catch right there. Yeah. Even from the Armstrong game, it looks like Russell's just getting better and better.
Oh, is that mine?
He's delivering the ball on time.
From the 29. Russell looking downfield. Now he's going to throw it up, and he's got Connors for the touchdown.
Guess who?
Wow. Adjusted the route a little bit. It looked like Russell was even kind of giving him some direction, and Connors drifting over toward the pylon, and he put it right on him for the touchdown.
Just throwing the ball with so much confidence. Of course, you got Connors out there. You know, you're going to be confident, but just doing a heck of putting on a clinic right now, really, Jay.
Yeah, we talked about 2-minute drill. Well, heck, they didn't even need a full minute.
Not at all. Not at all.
Connors, his 3rd touchdown of the night, 2 receiving and 1 after an interception. Garcia's kick is good, so 1:18 to go here in the first half, and it is now 34-0 in favor of Cooper.
And the great block. Remember the great block?
Yeah, exactly.
Well? Yeah.
You see it breaks down just a little bit, and then throwing a perfect strike there. I mean, that's not terrible coverage considering how far down the field they are, but Russell had plenty of time, and
yeah, he did.
Had confidence in Russell and just dropped it right in the basket.
And he puts so much pressure on the defense too when he gets out on the edge like that. Because I mean, let's say Connors was even more covered than he was. I mean, you just tuck it, and you know you're going to pick up chunk yardage as one way or the other.
And then you look back to the play before it where Williams really helped his quarterback out by making that sliding catch too.
Exactly, yeah. Their passing game, to me, Jay, it's starting to border on college in a way where the ball's in the air before the guy makes the break. I mean, he's doing such a great job tonight with that, their receivers.
Wine grabbing it at the 5. Again, they've had a couple pretty good kick returns. Cooper trying to change that here. He does get by the first wave and will be brought down at about the 26 or 27. 1:06, all that remains in this first half. It's been, well, kind of a nightmare for Benilde. I mean, let's be honest here. They're down 34-0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Had a little bit of a drive going last time they had the ball, but ended up turning it over on downs.
I will say this about Benilde's kick receiving game. They got the right guy back there.
Yeah, both, and actually two, Ferdine and Wine have handled some bouncing kicks. Gonna hand it off here, and Ferdine will be stopped after 2 or 3. Howard and company wrapping him up.
I think this might be the kind of thing if they would have picked up maybe a little more yardage on first down there, they might have went for a score. It looks like they're just maybe going to be content here, Jay.
Yeah, you don't want to compound it with another bad thing happening, I don't think, before the half here.
Right.
Courtney's going to run this one himself, and he'll be driven backward. Short of the first down by about a yard, maybe a yard and a half, and they can let it just run to halftime if they so choose here.
I think that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to take it on in, regroup.
Down to 5 seconds to go. Doesn't look like Benilde probably will snap it again here, and they will not as we get to halftime, and it has been all Cooper. They put 3 more touchdowns up in the second quarter and will lead it 34-0 at halftime. Kind of, I mean, you don't want to say it went perfect, but it was pretty well what you would have drawn up your game plan looking in, practice sessions this week, I would think, for Cooper, Joe.
I think Coach Howard's got to be fairly pleased. We'll see what he has to say maybe here at some point, but I think he's got to be pretty pleased with the way things went down. Yeah, firing on all cylinders, as they say. Yeah, a lot of ways to beat you, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I think they've done a nice job too of kind of blending all their talents together, and I mean, they could still be a pretty good team if they just handed off to Camden Royal all the time. Or they could still be a pretty good team if they just threw it to David Connors all the time or whatever. But they're able to work in all those guys and kind of keep everybody ready and happy and all that kind of thing too. So, and that makes you a tougher team to defend for sure. And let's go over to Allie now with Coach McMenemy.
Coach, I know that wasn't the first half you're hoping to see out of your team. What adjustments do you want to make defensively to try to just shake up Cooper's pass game?
Well, I think it's they broke contain a few times, so our guys got to stay disciplined. It happens to be our, like I said, the one side of our defense, and so that guy's got to do a better job containing. We missed some huge tackles in the hole. Our guys dropping their heads. Like I said, intimidation might be a factor. We're definitely not playing. We're not playing aggressive right now. We're making a lot of, like I said, before the game, you can't make mistakes on these guys. You can't turn over the ball. We had 2 horrible interceptions that went right to 14 points. And so you got to take care of the ball. You got to get first downs. We haven't been doing that. They've been doing a good job on the line of scrimmage on us, and quite frankly, we've been playing scared.
What are some positive things that you saw in the first that you'd like to bring into the second?
Well, I mean, like I said, we made good plays here and there. We just got to string them together. We got to be consistent, and that's kind of what we've said all year long is just that we got to just be consistent, offense, defense, special teams. And so for us, it's like get a first down. Let's not go 5 yards back and then go 6 yards, 5 yards forward, then 6 yards back, And so we just got to be more, like I said, we just got to create that consistency where we get the chains going, we keep our defense off the field, and then more importantly, our defense gets us back on the field. So we'll make adjustments. We'll play, like I said, we'll have fun, see what happens.
We appreciate your time so much, Coach. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Allie, and thanks, Coach. Obviously, it's not so fun when you're down big to talk at halftime, but we appreciate it, and it's also the rain coming down here. We are at halftime here at Cooper High School. The Hawks dominating against Benilde. 34-0 Cooper at the half. We'll be right back with more here on CCX.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Welcome back. Some rain falling here at halftime. It's Cooper up big on Benilde here in our regular season finale for both teams in high school football. 34-0 Hawks our score. And they did not take too long to get things going as they, on their first drive of the night, able to have Camden Royal open the hole. He stepped through a tackle there, and he trots in for a 9-yard touchdown. That one came less than 4 minutes into the contest, and they kind of set the tone with that. And Coach McMenemy talked about a couple not so good interceptions there. That one overthrown. Connors, though, he did a heck of a job, especially on a rainy night, kind of catching the back end of the football there right along the ground and took it in for a 16-yard return. And there's a look at Camden Royal and popping one very early in the second. He gets a great pancake block there from David Connors late. And you were right, in the film room, that one's going to be one of the favorite moments of the night, probably, that block downfield by his receiver there. And there's Connors with a tremendous move, and he goes in for the touchdown there. And he and Russell were not done yet either, as they strike again late in that second quarter.
Play on the edge over here where he kind of breaks free, as you said. And the cover, as you said, the coverage was trailing, but not terrible coverage, but just drops it right in the hole there.
And you see the stats, a total domination by Cooper. The 2 turnovers definitely did not help for Benilde, but not much really has gone their way in that first half. They'll try and make some adjustments and see if they can't come back and at least do a little bit here. Cooper, I think, would like to, as we said, maybe play part of the third quarter, maybe all the third quarter, and then kind of get their subs in there and get ready for playoff time with their frontline guys here. We'll take another break, come back here with more from Cooper on this rainy evening. 34-0 Hawks as they look to win their 6th game in 8 tries this regular season.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
And welcome back here to Cooper High School. The Hawks leading it by a score of 34-0 here over Benilde-St. Margaret.
Players are coming out playing fast. You know, we got the ball first and going down there and scoring and continue to push the pressure defensively. And then special teams, our kicker, Leo, is making every single extra point. It's his first one that he's missed in a while. So everybody's doing all the little things. We started fast. Now we just got to make sure that we finish faster.
Addressing the team at halftime, other than finishing faster, are there any other adjustments you want to make?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we have to play a perfect game, and there's a lot of things that we've done incorrectly right now. So we got to continue. Our 2 words were discipline and effort. And so there's some things that we weren't disciplined in, so I'm going to require my players to play discipline, and I want us to start preparing for taking care of the second half and being able to finish up a game.
Perfection is all you ask, Coach.
100%.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Coach Howard, and thanks, Allie, as we will take another quick timeout as the teams warm up here for our second half of play as the rain continues to fall. 34-0 Cooper, our score here at Cooper High School.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
And welcome back to Barbara A. Lehman Stadium here at Cooper as we get set for our second half kickoff. And we'll get the football first here to begin this third quarter. And heard from both coaches, and I think they just want to see their teams play hard and sharp. And obviously right now, I mean, we can already say the outcome's probably pretty much decided here. But obviously you still got a lot of kids who maybe aren't the frontline guys who work their tail off and might be your guys next year or might need to step in for an injury. So it's still, definitely a big thing for these teams to see these guys in action and working hard, and you want to just kind of continue to set the tone to get ready for the playoffs too for both of the teams. You know, whether you're the team way behind, you want to see some battle back. If you're the team that's ahead, you don't want to see your team starting to get any bad habits or coast or anything like that.
Yeah, and I think Coach McMenemy kind of hit the nail on the head going into halftime there when he said, hey, we just want to make a first down. You know, let's make a first down, then let's make another first down. And, you know, I think he would consider that a win if he could get, you know, a little momentum going like that right now, Jay.
You see the wind still not real strong, but it's picked up a little, and we've got steady rain. This one booted on the ground, and it's just going to be covered up there. Not going to take any chances trying to return that ball as Joey Mernon covering it up for Benilde, and they will get it at about the 32 or so here on their first possession of quarter number 3. And the first half was a struggle for their offense for sure. Didn't get much going in terms of rushing, and a couple of turnovers in the passing game.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect to see too many things different from Benilde here. As you said, just, you know, let's just kind of move the chains and run our offense and see where it takes us.
Courtney slinging it out in the flat, looking for Hobbs, but they weren't really on the same page there.
No, they weren't. That could have been a dangerous, that could have been a real dangerous play right there, Jay. Kind of ball sort of floated again a little bit. I would like to see this Benilde quarterback, Jay. We chatted about this a little bit. I'd like to see him throw it with a little bit more zip on the ball. He's got a great throwing motion, and I can't believe he doesn't have the arm to do it.
2nd and 10, handoff to Ferdine, and he is wrapped up and brought down in a hurry there. Getting to him, dragging him down, so.
Yeah, this is kind of a jailbreak here. I mean, boy, and you're just not getting anything from your O-line, too. It makes it really, really difficult. Even taking a little while getting the play even in on this one, on this time, Jay.
Deshaun Ricks making that last stop there for the Hawks. Courtney again slinging it out in the flat, complete to Ferdine, and he is chopped down there on a nice stop for the Hawks by Chris Blaba for the Hawks, and it'll bring up presumably a punting situation here.
Yeah, looks like they're bringing the punt team out, Jay. A bit of a positive play here anyway. 22 lowers his shoulder, makes a nice gain out of it. Luke Ferdine.
Connors waiting back deep. Huther on to punt. Ooh, a rush coming there.
Yeah.
And he kind of took a while to get rid of that one, but got it out of there, and no chance for a return. Not a particularly long kick, but kept it away from Connors anyway, which is a good thing, and it'll be spotted on about the 39.5 yard line here. Yeah, I thought we might hear a double thud there. They were close enough to him there that I would not have been surprised if that would have been blocked.
I think Cooper had the block on, Jay. They were coming hard. I didn't quite get the number, the first guy there, but yeah, they were coming hard. He's fortunate to get that off.
On their own 40, Russell and company starting here. Handoff, Camden Royal breaks one tackle, gets by another, still on his feet, and now hangs on to the football with both hands as Benilde trying to rip it free as he'll be into Red Knights territory. Gain of 12 for Royal. Unofficially 130 yards in the first half for Camden on 11 rushes, and given 12 more right there.
So shifty too, huh, Jay? And you know, the other thing that's underrated with the real good running backs is their eyesight. And you know, Camden Royal, you can just tell he sees the whole field.
Russell throwing it out. Ooh, juggled a bit by Cager, and that cost him any chance to get away. Sam Monk closing quick, and they will lose yardage on this one. Just kind of slipped through his fingers briefly.
And that's probably the first throw in this game at least, and no excuses, but the elements probably are starting to have a little something to do with it. Ball kind of sailed a little bit there and took a while to get there, and allowed that cornerback to come up and make the tackle, Jay.
A loss of 4 on the play, so 2nd down, 14. Cooper back on the other side of midfield at their own 48.
A 3-by-1 situation out here. Give it to Royal.
Royal will gain back the yardage lost and a little more. Pick up a 5 on that play. Will leave them with 3rd down and long, 3rd and about 9. I don't want to say it's been easy for them, but they've kind of been able to do pretty much what they wanted to do on most of their drives here tonight.
Yeah, they really have. 3rd and 9 is not there's not a ton of plays for 3rd and 9, but I think in the Cooper playbook in this game anyway, 3rd and 9 is very makeable.
Here's the toss to Williams. He is wrapped up. They'll be well short of the 1st down as Max Wendt closing quickly on him.
Nice job by Wendt, defending the slant on that one. Yeah, right there, keeping him from getting a 1st down.
4th catch of the night for Dante Williams. Also had an interception, and his counterpart David Connors has had a couple of catches, both for touchdowns, and he also had an interception. So it's a pretty dynamic duo, and as I said, it's not just those two that can do it either. 4th and 4 here, and Cooper will go for it. No real use punting in this spot.
So do you hand it to Royal or get on the edge?
Russell's going to throw, and it is complete. Cager with the reception. Wrapped up at about the 34, and they'll easily get the 1st down, a gain of 8.
Really spreads the ball around. They just, again, like we talked earlier in the game, so many weapons, and it's like which receiver, which person do you take away? I mean, they got a lot of weapons. Plus, he just delivers the ball, like I said earlier, doing a great job of delivering it on time. Almost impossible to defend that.
So at the 34 of Benilde now, a fresh set of downs for Russell and the Hawks. Already leading at 34-0. And they go a little reverse. Cager with Russell out trying to lead him down that sideline. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Yep. That's a play we surely haven't seen it tonight from those guys, and why not? Like we talked about earlier, maybe take the wraps off of a few things getting ready for the playoffs here.
Although it gets back to what you said, how much do you want to show?
That's true.
Your future opponents there.
That's the other piece of it too. That's right.
1st down at the 21. Hand off to Royal. Ooh, and he is met. Stepping up with Seaver to wrap him up there.
Yeah, and you can see where Seaver is just. He'll crack you. There's no doubt about it. He will strike you. I mean, that's a big hit on a really good running back.
And you see, obviously, as we said, and I can't really wrap with that left hand.
No.
Sounds like he's going to get that off in time for the playoffs if everything goes right, is what Coach McMenemy said.
Yeah, it's probably like carrying an extra, 5 pounds around, whatever. And it does a nice job there on Royal.
And 2nd and long, I think Cooper's going to use a timeout here. And they will. Just past the halfway point of the 3rd quarter, and I was kind of thinking in my head that Cooper, maybe in an ideal situation here, would get a nice long drive with their number 1s in there. Maybe punch it in one more time, get over the running time deal, and then get those guys out, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. They certainly got it. They certainly have a nice drive going, and just kind of, for Cooper, this is probably their version of grinding it out, I would say. And we'll just see. They and why would they be in a hurry? I mean, they got everything going for them, and keep the clock running, and they're running their offense, and as you said, pretty much dictating, dictating the style of play here. They're coming out with a stack formation. This is a little different from Cooper. Now we got some stack formation out here.
Russell throwing it left, and the timing was apparently just right. Cager was there waiting.
That was a nifty little play. A lot of times with that.
I'm sorry, that's Robinson, not Cager, 19.
Yeah.
The throw was on target, but it hung up just a little bit, and the D-back got there right as the ball did.
Yeah, and a lot of times in those stack formations, you know, you're gonna maybe throw a hot screen or do a rub with the second guy, but they just turned him loose, and you know, kind of a sneaky little play.
Yeah, and it was there, but it just took a little long to get there, and Wine arriving right about the time the ball did.
Yep, allowed Wine to catch up.
So 3rd and 10. Russell gonna step up, and now we'll throw to Royal. He's got it. Royal makes a move, and he'll be brought down around the 5-yard line, as it'll be 1st down goal to go here. Good job of improvising there by both Royal and Russell.
So Royal goes out on the little check down here, and then the defender, because of Russell scrambling, has to come up, and then that creates Royal being free. You know, again, puts the defense in a bind, really.
Yeah, it's a long time to cover, too. I mean, obviously, things have a tendency to break down in those spots after that much time.
And again, if you back off, Royal just Russell just tucks it and goes.
Matthews in there. They've got a real heavy formation up front, and Matthews is cut down.
Kind of a triple I.
Yeah, some beef in the backfield there, right?
Yeah.
We had Ricks had come in the backfield, and I think that was Howard in front.
And Terrence Matthews is in there as well. Good backup running back. I think Cooper's having some fun here on offense.
Yeah, going with this heavy set again.
Yeah, here we go.
Going to come back to Matthews, and Benilde's doing a pretty good job defending off it, though.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
It was not Howard, it was Corey DeLoach who had moved into the backfield as well.
And is that
kind of an extra lineman for playing as a fullback?
Yeah, and you know what? Again, this is a good time to try your experimental heavy, situation. I think that was Ricks, right? Yeah, 45 Ricks. Yeah, in there, and just see how it kind of plays out. I think they got Russell and company back in there now.
Yeah, just kind of stretch things out. Spread things out as they were. It's been interesting to see the Gophers this year with some of their 7 and even 8 linemen formations, try to run the ball through them. Here's Royal, little stutter step, and looks like he's going to be marked just a little short. Yep.
A little bit, yeah.
Got to the 1 there, so.
Yep. Back to their standard O here, and guess who they give it to? Yeah, almost got there.
So 4th down and goal here, and they will go for it from the 1. 3:15 and counting here in the 3rd. Benilde take a little bit from this. I mean, they've stepped up.
Yeah. Yeah.
They haven't quit battling in here.
No, they haven't. We got Connors out here 1-on-1 up. He just
give to Royal, and it looks like they're not signaling touchdown. They're going to mark him short. Benilde gets the stop at the 1.
Yeah. Now, see, that's something that you can definitely take away, as you mentioned. The Benilde Deke, and it's kind of hard to see if he breaks the plane or not, but obviously he didn't. So. Yeah. Nice job of standing in there, standing tall by the Benilde defense.
Yeah, he kind of ended up falling onto his backside there and wasn't able to stretch the ball out. So looks like it was the right call. So Benilde now, though, in a tough spot as they'll get the football on their 1 yard line, and you got to be careful going the other way here.
Yeah,
they'll be pushed out via the penalty, though, as Cooper a little over-eager.
Okay.
Put it out to the 6 yard line now, 1st and 5. Hand off, and that one is stuffed. Wow, there was not much there at all as Max Harrow was swarmed, and they'll lose about 3.
Yeah, that play really hasn't been there all night, Jay. They've been trying that little trap play, but just, yeah, Cooper's not having any of it.
You got to believe their guys right now are thinking, a safety would be kind of fun here, and or maybe even forcing a turnover.
Yeah.
And you want to be a little greedy, and that's okay. Courtney deep in the end zone, throwing it downfield, and the receiver goes down and wants a call, but it looks like they're not going to give it to him as Max Benning. I think their feet just got tangled, and most of the time you're not going to get a penalty call in that spot.
No, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, it wasn't anything intentional there, Jay.
So it'll be 3rd down and long now for Benilde.
Just kind of looking here to see where there might be some soft coverage.
Courtney's throw is intercepted, and it'll be Dante Williams in for the touchdown. 2nd pick 6 of the game here for Cooper.
Yeah.
So Benilde gets the nice stop defensively, but then they turn it over, and it's a touchdown for the Hawks.
Yeah, there's a cardinal rule in quarterbacking. This wasn't exactly over the middle, but you never want to be high, like that at all. And, hopefully what happens is Jamarius, as an 11th grader, really learns a lot from this game tonight. And, going into the playoffs and definitely going into next year. And I know it's tough with the elements, but both teams have to concern themselves with that. But, yeah, this is a tough situation.
Garcia on to attempt the extra point, and his kick is up and good. So with 1:57 to go in the 3rd quarter, Cooper's lead stretched to 41-0. Another look at this one here as he sailed it up too high. Nice catch, and an 11-yard return there for Williams.
Not to throw a pun out here, but these Cooper guys, they are ball hawks. I mean, they really are. Anything somewhat lazy or floating, or they're going to take advantage of it. And that's why I think they could be a championship caliber team this year, Jay. They're just you're not gonna get away with much against these guys. Willie's got him playing at a high level.
And their playoff section has switched around a little bit. Their longtime nemesis, Spring Lake Park, is not in the section anymore this year, although they did drill the Panthers pretty good a couple weeks ago anyway. But then on the flip side, you move Armstrong in. And even though Cooper beat them by 35 the first time around, I think you still have to, be somewhat cautious of Armstrong. They've got a pretty decent team too.
Oh yeah, decent team, very well coached. Jack does a nice job over there, and they probably wouldn't mind, facing up against Cooper one more time.
So Red Knights get the ball back with 1:50 to go here at their 35. Courtney handing it off for Dean up the middle, and he takes a pop after picking up about 8.
Probably their most positive play from scrimmage tonight, Jay, on 1st and 10 running the ball anyway. And I'm just taking a look at the Cooper D and see if they're starting to sub a little. But I still see Jackson Howard in there, and some of those folks.
Yeah, Williams is too. They got quite a few of their frontline dudes out there still.
Yeah, I don't see Ricks out there, but. Okay.
Little toss there, and that's Huther, who's the kicker too, and he'll pick up the first down.
Yeah, how about that, huh? You don't see that every day. The kicker running the little bit of a modified jet sweep there and picking up the first down. And this is exactly what Coach McMenemy was talking about. Let's see if we can get a first down or two and move the chains, get a little momentum going, and build going into the playoffs.
At their own 47 now, first down for the Red Knights. Courtney flipping it out. Benning is wrapped up and won't have much there. Connors coming up to meet him and get about 2 on the play.
I think Coach McMenemy's doing the right thing here too, Jay. They're not, a lot of times with the air raid system or the air raid offense, you kind of want to go, we call it NASCAR. You want to go kind of fast. But in this situation and what he's got going for him right now, just call a good play and let's get everybody lined up.
Third quarter comes to an end. After 3, it's 41-0 Cooper. The fourth quarter is up next.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Welcome back here as we head to quarter number 4. Benilde with a 2nd down and 8, trailing at 41-0 here, just shy of midfield now.
And Cooper walking everybody up.
Courtney's going to run it himself, and he's got some space. He is popped right near the sticks. It looks like he will have enough, I think, for this first down.
Yep, I think he just stepped inside there and just picked it up, Jay.
This was a planned run all the way there, I think.
Right.
So Benilde with it at the 43 of Cooper now, and a fresh set of downs early in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's second first down in a row here, getting a little sustained drive going.
Verdeen had to come to a stop. There was a big pile in front of him there, and he'll lose a yard or 2.
That play almost looked like it was slow motion there.
Yeah, it did. I mean, he just kind of came to a stop, and normally you would say don't ever do that, but there were so many bodies in front of him that he didn't have much choice.
I don't think
hopping over the whole pile wouldn't have been pretty, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
2nd and 12 here now for Benilde.
Yeah. They tried to get him to jump there, a little freeze play. Not a bad idea. 3-by-1 here from BSM.
Now back to Verdeen, and he is wrapped up. Not a whole lot there as Tony Colley with the stop.
Yeah, I'm looking across there. I think Cooper still pretty much has most of their first D in. I think they're maybe bringing, a few of the 2s in here and there, but I think I still see Jackson Howard out there. I saw at least the last play I saw Connors out there and Dante Williams. There's Jackson Howard.
3rd and long here. Courtney rolling to his left as he's chased. And he'll be nudged out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to spot him here, about the 38 or so. So I'll leave him with 4th and about 7. No, actually less than that. 4th and 5.
Kind of a little playful tap on the helmet here, you know, former Cooper at the end of this play, one of his former teammates.
So here we go, 4th and 5 for Benilde. Gonna step up and try and run for it, and down he goes. He'll be short of the first down. Good effort, but brought down by Caden Dorsey.
Yeah, just one more little step would have got their 3rd first down in a row, Jay, but it just wasn't to be.
Dorsey, 305-pound lineman there, and he made a nice foot, you know, showing a little bit of speed catching up to that and bringing him down too.
And when you think of some of those D-line guys, and with that kind of weight and still the speed that they can generate.
Russell still in there, handing off to Matthews, and obviously to each their own, but I'm shocked that Cooper still has all their starters in here.
Yeah, well, it's one thing to have Russell in there, and that's probably a good move, but Joe Russell in there.
Well, Royal was not in actually that time. Matthews took that hand up, but still.
Right.
I get back though to the fact that they'll have a bye. Might have a little something to do with this too. I think that they won't be playing again for, like 10 days or so. And a little stumble there.
Yeah, I think that's another backup running back on that one, isn't it, Jay?
Yeah.
Number yet.
Colley running that one.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and maybe you just have Russell in there just to hand off.
Yeah, so you're not putting him in the spot where they turn it over on a wet night and all that kind of thing too.
This play will tell us a lot here.
3rd and 4. And off up the middle, and this looks like it'll probably be enough for a first down. Pretty good surge by that line.
It was a real good surge, I thought.
Yeah, these guys mixing it up a little bit at the end.
Yeah. Tiny bit of extracurriculars there. A real good surge to pick that up. Cooper that time running kind of their version of the trap and picked up that first down.
1st and 10 on the 46. Back to Matthews, and he is wrapped up right about the line of scrimmage there.
Matthews is also a senior, Jay.
Clock continues to churn here, of course, running time with this margin, and in the 4th quarter. We're near the halfway point of the quarter already on a rainy evening. Russell gonna throw, and almost picked off. Going down to try and dig that one out was Stevens.
Yeah, and he doesn't have his frontline receivers in here on this, so that was almost picked. I think if that's David Connors, he picks that one.
That wasn't that. It was kind of like that one, wasn't it?
Yeah, picks that right off his shoe tops. That's quite a play.
3rd down and 10 now for Cooper.
Benilde showing a little blitz. They back off.
Matthews taking the handoff and grabbed around the waist there and held on. Brian Banks with the stop.
Maybe second punt of the game for if in fact they punt it for Cooper.
Williams on as the punter. Brady Wine drifting back deep here for Benilde.
This is always sort of interesting too if you're trying to kind of sprinkle your twos in, and you know, do you have all 11 guys out there, and especially on special teams.
Williams driving a punt. It's going to get over Wine's head, and it's going to squirt through. The wet night not helping. Howard couldn't reel it in, and it will be a touchback.
You know, the one little issue I have there with Wine on that one, if you're not going to field it, then get away from it.
Right.
You know, why are you chasing the ball? I understand Cooper, you know, trying to down the ball, but you know, that ball can take funny hops, and then if it comes up and hits Wine, you know, no need to be chasing that ball, number one.
And of course, Howard did get to it to touch it, but he wasn't able to control it to down it, so that ball
goes in.
Does become a touchback there, and that's the correct call.
Yep. Jamarius back in the game.
Hand it off here. Harrow pulling a tackler with him. He'll pick up about 6.
Nice hard run. Keeps his legs moving, keeps churning.
It's like Cooper's got their second unit in there. Back to Hero. And looks like he should have enough for the first down. Yeah, he crossed the 30-yard line there.
I think he got it, Jay.
Down to 3:15 to go as we speed through this fourth quarter with running time.
Maybe first time. Oh, okay. I was just going to say, are they showing motion for the first time? But he's just getting him lined up.
Hero taking the handoff again, and he will pick up a first down. Right over the 40-yard line. Give him about 13 more.
Yeah, and Coach McMenemy, I think, kind of the unwritten rule and among coaches, just handing the ball off. And if we make a first down, great. If not, and let's just get on the bus.
First down at their 44 now for Benilde. We're back to the handoff, and this time stacked up. Nice job getting to him there for Cooper by Princeton Wallace, a junior. He actually got hit pretty hard by his own teammate once he had wrapped Hero up. But
you know, it's so nice too for the twos, you know, the backups, if you will, to be able to, after they practice hard all week, every week, get into the game like this.
Quarterback sweep, Courtney. And he takes a pop. Pick up about 5 or so.
From a ninth grader. If I'm looking at this, Dashawn Amos, I think is the one that put the crack on him here. Or maybe. Yeah. Kind of got to rise out of the Cooper folks.
Arrow with some room up the middle. And he'll rip off a big chunk here and give them a first down. They might run out of time to do a whole lot more with this, but
I'm sure they would love to avert a shutout, but I don't think we're going to be seeing any timeouts from Coach McMenemy here.
Keep it on the ground. This time Harrell will be wrapped up after a short pickup, and that may very well be the last play of the game here as we're under 20 seconds.
I think that might do it, Jay.
They're just going to let it tick down to 0 here.
Yep.
Well, maybe they'll get one more snap now. Yeah, they are going to go once more.
They did get it off.
Courtney is going to toss it up into the end zone and incomplete. And that will do it for the game as Cooper will win it by a score of 41-0 to finish the regular season at 6-2. You have to figure they should be the top seed for section play as well.
And a real dangerous team going into the postseason, wouldn't you say, Jay?
Oh, I would definitely say that they've got a shot to do some things in the, not only in their section, but I mean, around, even if they, I'm not saying that, obviously not counting a section title since they've not been able to get one, but, definitely I would think could be competitive with some of the better teams in Class 5A as well.
I think so too.
And keep in mind, Benilde, as we said, they were in Class 4A, and a lot of their opponents, including Cooper, are in 5A. So presumably the schedule gets a little bit easier for them at postseason time for Benilde. So I know it doesn't look like it tonight, but they might have a shot to win a game or two as well, possibly. So
sure, yeah. She has a guest. Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's go down now to Allie with David Connors.
Yeah, David, amazing game. Amazing performance by this team tonight, posting a shutout, 41-0. What came to this performance? You guys just had an incredible way to end the regular season.
We've been working really hard in practice, cleaning up mistakes, and it really shows. Past 2 games, we've been really firing on all cylinders, and defensively, we've been locking teams down. So it just feels really nice to see how good we've been playing. And I mean, you see the score, it is what it is. So
3 touchdowns for you tonight on both sides of the ball. You had them. Let's go through that pick 6 because that was a pretty fun play.
I did not think I was going to. It was low, and I didn't think I was going to get it, but I got it, and just seeing tackle coming, I was running fast as I could to the other power line, get away. I think senior night is very special to have an impact like I had tonight. All my brothers played good, so this feels really good to perform like that for them.
In the second quarter, then, you had a 22-yard touchdown reception where you made this juke spin move. It was awesome. Take us through that one.
I've been getting made fun of not breaking tackles on 0, so in my mind, like, I gotta do something with it. So I caught the ball. He came outside, went inside, had to make another dude miss and get in the end zone.
And then on your defense tonight, there were 3 interceptions, 2 pick 6s. Where did that performance come from? Why were you guys able to be so good defensively?
It's practice. You practice how you play, and we've been practicing really good on defensive side of the ball. Like, we're all tuned in and everything, what the coaches have been talking about, and it shows on the field.
You now end your regular season. You've got section playoffs. They are chanting David Connors behind us, because why wouldn't they, right? Section playoffs are just around the corner. You guys are now 6-2. This is really one of the best teams we've seen out of Cooper in a while. What are your expectations as you guys head into the postseason?
Simple, win state. That's it. We've been preaching every day since summer is win state. We've been coming every day at practice. Mentality is win state.
And we know that because Coach has mentioned it multiple times. Also at halftime tonight, he said he demanded perfection from you guys. He wanted perfection. Did you guys do that tonight?
I think we're close.
Pretty close.
Good, yep.
All right. Well, congratulations. You played a heck of a game tonight.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thanks, Allie, and thanks to David Connors, and no doubt about it, they were awful good here tonight, and as we've talked about, certainly seem like a team that is going to be a tough out in the playoffs here. Hope you've enjoyed this one, and hope you've enjoyed the regular season. We've got playoff football to be determined, but we'll have plenty for you on CCX. Quite a few of the teams in the area having good seasons. Cooper definitely among them. Final in this one again tonight. Cooper 41, Benilde-St. Margaret's nothing. For Joe Basil, Allie Mosley, and all of our CCX crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Good night from Cooper High School.